When we look at a tech business model, when we look at a tech company, especially from the outside, it seems very complex to understand what makes it up. So, in other words, do we really understand how technology fits in the overall business model? This framework, it's a framework to understand in four simple building blocks how a tech business model works. More precisely, we start from what is called the value model, and then we move to the technological model, distribution model, and financial model. More precisely, with the value model, we start with the potential customers in mind. So, who are the people that we're going to serve? What's the mission, vision, and the value proposition that we offer to those people? Those elements are important because oftentimes tech business and tech players have to enter new markets where they are usually small players. And what happens is that they need to improve a 10x at least on existing alternatives on the market if they want to be able at least to enter the market. So they need to be very clear over time on what they're offering and why their value is compelling to potential customers. Again, this is not a journey that lasts 1 month or 1 year. In many cases, for tech players, it takes years to understand the so-called commercial use case. So the sort of application that is compelling for consumers or like for other businesses that make possible the company to scale up or to gain the first traction moment. A second element is the technological model. So how is the company managing the R&D, so the research and development, but from two standpoints. Not just from the standpoint of continuous improvement, which is one of the key elements for tech businesses today, but also in terms of breakthrough. So what other areas of the businesses the company, tech player is investing into that actually can determine an exponential growth or actually can also open up a whole new market which is even far to the existing one where the same player is working into. And this is very important because the way the technological model is developed has also a component of belief. So how the company believes this technology will serve the existing consumers and how this will improve the existing value model that the market is experiencing. So how this technology will help the company build a new value model for consumers or other businesses if we're talking about a B2B company. A third element is about distribution. For how advanced your company or product may be, it's very important to work on distribution to be able to reach your final potential customers. And really, in many cases, for tech companies, those two things work together, like technological and distribution model. They work together because, for instance, in the product, you might have built-in features that enable the product to gain traction and get to more people as possible. One example is, for instance, when tech businesses use a model like the freemium, where you have a free version of the product which is open to anyone. So you're going to use part of the product as a sort of marketing tool. So this is one way to look at it. But again, technological model and distribution model, they need to work hand in hand. Otherwise, it's going to be very hard to build a successful tech business model. And the third element is about financial model. Financial model is not just about how the company makes money, so the revenue model, but it is also about the cost structure that is going to really help this company to generate revenues. It's going to be also about the profitability. So how profitable is the company and the cash generation management. So whether the company is profitable and also generates cash or liquidity for the business, or the company is burning cash. And so if that happens, then it's not an issue, especially if you're opening up a new market, but it means that the company has to leverage more on capital equity from investors other than generating revenues. And so by looking at those four elements, so the value model, technological model, distribution model, financial model, it's possible to understand how a tech business model works.